Do me a favor. Go to the Brainhack-AMX webpage and come down to where it says collaboration resources and click on the Google Plus posters.
I'll check with
and then you click here.
This is cortical thickness. Yeah, same thing.
It's going to be a bit of a delay because it's archiving.
Cool. That works.
Yeah, see, it's
So I'll show you another finding. I mean, thickness is also related to connection. It's also related to the set of
Some vectors going strong.
My Python it might not use it, but they don't have those two people. Many concepts. It's a user. It should be a proxy mechanism construction. Same thing, it's like your repository.
Say hacking.
hacking.
Is it free? Now it is, yeah. It's free. And I don't necessarily recommend it. I think they're probably better. It's just like you had started, so I decided I'm not going to.
They have actually recommendations.
A lot of people use Twitter. And the other one that people apparently it's gotten better is the other one.
Zotero is not very good for
The best times in life should be done twice.
What's Cameron doing?
All about
Setting up the video.
Being awesome. Is he just being awesome? That's what he's doing. It's not easy, man. It's not easy. It's not an easy job.
Social media.
Is that a camera?
Yeah, we can't use. We don't. Let's not discuss that camera, please. Sorry, Daniel. I'm not trying to shut you down, but
Really high quality camera.
Yeah, it is.
Cameron already tried to hack into the camera.
I believe that.
So you have to sign up for data views account.
Oh, so that's something. Oh, so you got very slow.
everybody's trying to do something. And we can label these places, like just very much how I got these Java 8 or Java
I haven't tested Java 7, but it might work.
You didn't know I'll get her.
So you can want to be able to so one more time? You want to be able to go from volume to
in theory, Java.
It doesn't normally do that much, but there was one like
what are the columns and rows?
I should have breakfast this morning.
Sorry, nodes that's grabbing that data. But what aspect is what aspect are that? What aspect? So okay, so in matrix you have rows and columns, and each row and column will represent a node on a surface. And then what's the values that are there?
Who did that? What did it do?
The similarity or some connectivity between them?
8 makes it sweet, or it's Java 7. Would be all right. Is that what the guy
more tricky and it's another program.
Is it the
on the
direction?
instructions? Everything. I put Java 8. So, yeah, it's pretty simple.
Just the full tensor.
Yeah, that's
Are you accusing him of having an ironic mustache? And things like that?
No?
Horn rimmed glasses?
No.
No,
I like matrix.
drinking coffee out of a liter mug. It's a lot of coffee.
I drink coffee.
Actually, I didn't even prepare it because I haven't fully completed how to drink on the.
What's the plan, man? What's happening? What's going on?
10 minutes, and then we'll do the global welcome, which is stuff that y'all mostly already heard before.
How's your, are you with like practice?
Python, I started with Visual Bash and
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Daniel Margulies. I'm introducing you to the crowd, Daniel.
Are they there?
Say hi.
It's like
Who's that?
a close
No
up of
way.
your face.
Just wave.
Who is it?
It's a close up of your face.
Is
Yeah.
Can you put a hat on me? Can I get a hat? Let's see what we got here.
That's some high quality Japanese denim.
Japanese name.
Ladies and gentlemen, Japanese denim. Who's your tailor?
Thank you. Thank you.
Like,
Thank
look
you.
at
Thank you. Thank you.
like the cut of your jib
Thank
is
you.
just so
I think
so
you're. I think
nice.
you're talking about boats.
Yes. You know what they say, my mini kinda don't want none unless it's got a nicely cut jib, son.
I think that's a boat. I think it's a nautical kind of term. That's tell them though. What's a jib? Does that refer to like the cut of a jib? Does that's a nautical term, right? That's not a. You see, you made neuroscience.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Talia Coney.
Que ganó en tiempo real, sí. El FIFA, ¿no?
Yeah, you put together the art.
If you just go right up the stairs,
I'm gonna try.
the corner.
Okay. All right. I mean, yeah, let me go with that. I didn't.
I think that it's, if you look at it, it's got a lot of stuff on it that I think would be infiltration. So if you're worried about it, then I wouldn't drink it, but it does look as
Yeah, basically, one thing I would love to figure out once you have probabilities certain times.
I see Daniel, he's talking about nautical terminology.
Oh well, no, I wasn't. I was
Oh, hello. Hello? Can you hear me? No. I don't hear anything. What? I think there's like a delay. So how do I make this? Okay. Okay, let's do this. Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me? This is like, I think there's like a delay. I think there's like a delay. Okay. Okay, let's do this.
So, hello, ladies and gentlemen.
A little strange.
Welcome across all the sites. So, for the few here next year, but I would also like to invite up one of my dear friends to join with this.
Okay, let's do this. Okay, let's do this.
Shall we? Yeah, Scott can't hear that, can you? All right, so whatever. But so anyway, so this year's Brainhack America convened 8 different sites, simultaneous sites that are all working together, hopefully, on brain hacking projects. To give you all a little bit of history about the brain hacking kind of thing, the events that we throw. So this came out of the Neuro Bureau, it's an effort of the Neuro Bureau, and it came out of our desire to create conferences where people actually spend more time collaborating and working together rather than a lot of the activities that typically go on at conferences where you have this non-egalitarian process of getting your abstract accepted and you write the abstract so long before, and the content of the conference isn't dynamic, doesn't change based on what would be the best or of interest to the people, the community that's assembled. And so, you know, we were very lucky at the time to have a very vibrant young community of postdocs and graduate students who were working together, and we all convened together in Leipzig, Germany. Daniel was capable of hosting it at the Max Planck Institute. We had a fantastic time. The food was fantastic. But that was the very first one, and at that we learned some very valuable information. One of them is that people do actually want to come to Brainhacks. And another thing is that they are actually very successful and you can get a lot out of them. And a lot of we're having a lot of trouble, or have had a lot of trouble, expressing what you get out of the Brainhack events, because most of the things you get out of it are intangible, right? And so by their very nature, they're very difficult to show somebody what they are. But we've often had once we talk to people at the end of the Brainhack, they all very much understand what it is to come and what they get out of it. And then one thing that you get out of it, the thing that we're building and trying to build, is collaboration, is interaction between individuals, is raising people's awareness about what other people in the field are doing, about learning from others new ways, new methods that they can apply to their work, but also to get a feeling and an understanding that we're all in this together, and through hopefully open science initiatives and open collaboration, we can accelerate science, and that's what we would like to be able to do anyway. But so the original Brainhack started off as international events, and so in Leipzig we had people that came from all over the world. Australia was probably the furthest. In Paris, the furthest was, anybody? Anyway, somebody came from very far. Maybe Brazil. We had people from Porto Alegre there, and it was a very good time. And so, but at the same time, Daniel and I weren't necessarily satisfied with that because there was a little bit of an oddity to the fact that we were creating these international events where people were coming to collaborate. And what we really wanted to do was create that level of collaboration at regional events, right? We wanted people to start talking with their neighbors that are in the same city as them to be able to host these, create these collaborations that could occur on a weekly basis rather than a semi-annual or annual basis. And so we began to start interacting with different people to try to create regional brain hacks. And there was a lot of consternation from a lot of the people we talked to because at some sites or smaller sites, they don't feel like they necessarily have the maybe enough stuff to generate the local interest in order to bring people to come. And in order to address that issue, we created these simultaneous brain hacks, such as Brainhack-America. And so the idea with Brainhack-America is that we're all working together at our local sites, but there's cross-pollination of ideas between different sites, and there's content to share between those different sites. And so the first time we did this, it was bedtime, Brainhack EDT, which was Eastern Daylight Time, because one of the major problems if you want to synchronize these sites is dealing with the timing issues. And so we've struggled quite a bit, if y'all seen the schedule, for dealing with the timing issues for this one. So for the very first one, we decided we'd have everything within an hour of the Eastern Daylight Time. And that was kind of exclusionary to a lot of our colleagues on the West Coast, as well as many of our colleagues in South Central America, all of Europe, all of Asia. Yeah, we haven't helped them that much, but we're trying. We're working on it. We're going to have, eventually one day, the sun will not set on Brainhack. But that's what y'all are all participating in. And by far, this is the most successful Brainhack event that we've had. From our current estimates, we believe that there's going to be about 200 people that will attend the various different sites, which is just amazing in numbers. And so this is, kind of showing, at least, for Daniel and I, this is evidence that it is working, that there is interest in that this is kind of going further. We still do have a little bit of that issue where it comes to difficulty explaining what the brain hack is about to people. We have a webpage now that tries to explain it fairly succinctly, but a lot of people, particularly people who are from a different era of science, still struggle to understand what is the value of these types of events. And we've taken that criticism very seriously, and we're trying to deal with it the best we can. And so this year, in order to be able to make sort of more benefit to the attendee, we've created the Brain Hacking 101 educational series. So these are a series of educational talks that deal with very sort of basic aspects of software and collaborative tools that will all hopefully help with your neuroscience research. So people that are interested in attending those courses, they'll start later today. There'll be video casts. Many of them will be originating here from Mexico. So the people in the room, you'll get to see it firsthand. And most of these courses are designed for y'all to follow along as they're going. So what that means on one hand is that they're probably fairly slow, and but at the same time, anyway. But we believe that going through the hands-on experience, you'll learn a lot more and be able to get the exposure that'll help you understand the power of these tools that you'll be exposed to. So in order to be able to do that, and in order for y'all to follow along, there's some software that would be required. And so there's a web page. If you look on the Brainhack America's webpage, there's a GitHub account, and that has instructions on how to install that software. And also we have people here, as well as people in all the different sites who should be able to help you out if you have any questions. And also we have the, Daniel will handle any questions you may have. If you haven't developed the ability to communicate with him telepathically, which let me tell you is a real rush, then you should work on it. Instantaneous assistance with your Python installation, if you could just create the mind mode with Daniel. But but there's also other collaborative tools that we've created. So if you look at the Brainhack America's webpage, you'll see there's a list of collaborative tools. There's 2 Gitter accounts. So Gitter combines Git with Twitter, but essentially these are like IRC, but chat rooms where you can talk to people across all the different sites. So I do encourage y'all to look at that. If you have any questions about the organizations of the event or about carrying things on, please post them there. And that way, at least other people can see the answer too. Maybe it's a burning question that they have as well. So if y'all are doing your software installation for Brainhack 101, there's a Gitter room that's Brainhacking 101, and that would be the best place for y'all to answer the questions, and we'll try to deal with those very quickly. We're monitoring them as we go along. So I believe that covers the resources we have. There's also an extensive, the getter I just mentioned. Oh, the Twitter. Oh yeah, so one other thing, if you do tweet, tweet loud and fast and frequently. We're using Brainhack-AMX as our hashtag for that. So other organizational details. So if y'all look at the Google Plus page, that's also one of those links on there. Then all of the broadcasts will be linked on there. So click and join. So we had some concern about the number of people that were able to join. I do believe that any number of people could actually click there and watch the broadcast. There is a little bit of a delay. People that are in this room will notice that there's some delay, but that's because the videos are also being archived to a YouTube channel. And those, you can get to those videos via the Google Plus page as well, and we'll keep them there for posterity. So that we can all remember this happened 30 years from now, which will be great.
Whatever you say.
Whatever you say that's on there, yes. We have the capability of editing them though, so it's good for us.
That's very good.
Yeah.
So in this email, you also.
Those 12 minutes of missing tape, brain hack.
Yeah, exactly. So we've gone through those events. So please sign on there for the Brain Hacking 101. You can either, hopefully at the site, y'all have a room where y'all can broadcast them or show them on the big screen, but also people will be able to follow along on their local computers if you don't have that available. People that can join from home as well if they like. I don't encourage it though because we want to have the actual cross-pollination ideas. People in Querétaro are not allowed to join from home. We've got y'all blacklisted, so y'all have to come here and hang out with us. So those are those. So also very exciting, there's some other things that we have available this year. So we've, which is not new to this year, Amazon has actually supported Brainhack quite extensively in the past, and they continue to do so. There are AWS credits that we have available. So we'll be communicating about how to get access to those credits. If you are interested in it right now, post something on Gitter or send me an email, and we'll make sure that you get those credits. How they gave them to us is actually a very not a very easy way to work with it. I just have a spreadsheet with a bunch of numbers in it. So but anyway, if you communicate with me, we'll set you up and get those going. It's $50 worth of credits, which will allow you to do some fairly substantial stuff. On Saturday, we'll be teaching a course on cloud computing, and so having those credits at that time might be useful as well for y'all to learn about doing your pre-processing in the cloud. Also very exciting, and this again speaks to the trying to build more things where we can kind of easily show people what the benefits of Brainhack are and what we've achieved while we're at the Brainhack. We've partnered with GigaScience in order to publish both the Brainhack thematic series as well as proceedings from the Brainhack. So the thematic series is an ongoing open series where people can submit full-length papers, technical reports to the Brainhack series. And ideally, it's organized around projects that started or influenced or were somehow involved with the Brainhack. And there'll be more information on that. If you look at brainhack.org, there's information on that. But even more exciting is the proceedings. So this will give us an opportunity to publish project reports from the Brainhack. So these project reports are about 650 words. They have a figure, 2 table citations. And these are an opportunity for you to describe the work that you completed during the Brainhack and let other people know about it, as well as get a publication out of it. So these things, they'll be published through GigaScience. They'll be indexed in Google Scholar, as well as on PubMed. They'll get a DOI. All of the tools that you develop as a part of that will also get a DOI that will go into the GigaScience database, which will be a great way for you to get exposure for whatever you developed or worked on. And I say tool very broadly. That could be anywhere from a bash script to a program you write to a tutorial or a document that you write to describe a process. So I'm really excited about that. So unlike other conferences where you submit beforehand, we're going to submit afterwards. So the submission date right now, what we've decided is the first Friday in November, which we still haven't figured out what that date is. But does anybody know first? Daniel Margulies. But so we'll have those. They're going to be peer reviewed by members of the Brainhack community. And our goal is to make them as high quality as we possibly can. We want this to really be kind of a shining example of what is capable through open collaboration, open science, and these different things. So please stay tuned about that. We've been given generous support both by GigaScience as well as by INCF to pay for the publication of it. So you will not be charged article handling fees, abstract submission costs, or anything like that. I don't know about the future, how that's going to actually work, but at least for right now, we're able to do these things on a fee. So I encourage everybody to work together with your projects to come up with a project report at the end to describe what you've done. And we're going to try to make the process as painless as possible. Our ultimate goal is to have the actual publication occur before the end of the year, which is very quick, I understand. But but hopefully at least the peer review and revision process will be done by the end of the year, so that we can have everything. So that's going to be published again through GigaScience, which is handled by BMC, Biomed Central. So for y'all, put more information on that. We have the GitHub project page, if y'all are interested. That's a place for y'all to put resources, but it's a place where other people are going to have their resources. So through Brain Hacking 101, any tutorials that we may have, Python notebooks, anything of that nature will be available there, or at least forked there for y'all to find, so we have a nice repository for all that information. If you would like to become a member of that, then please just ask, and we'll set you up. We're monitoring that as well. Any other programmatic things you can think of?
Is for the unconference portion.
Yeah. Well, so the various events are handling the unconference portions a little bit differently. At some sites, I believe New York is doing this. Miami, it was at the forefront. They plan this, but they're doing data blitzes, which are opportunities for people to give 7 to 10 minute talks about the research that they're doing. Here in Mexico, we've organized as unconference sessions. So it's an emphasis on and it's part of the conference. So the idea of these events are where we can dynamically schedule things on site based on what is relevant to what other people want to hear about, right? So if there's something that you're particularly interested in sharing, or if there's something that people are particularly interested in hearing about from somebody else, the unconferences are opportunities for doing that. I believe we have those scheduled for later today and later tomorrow, and we'll organize those as they can come. But if y'all are interested in doing that, then this will be handled at your local site, but and at our local site. But if y'all are interested in doing something like that, please let us know, and we'll provide more information. And the unconference sites will probably broadcast, or at least archive those for other people to listen to. So also, any talks, anything that we give here will be openly broadcast. So definitely, you should consider that if you do get in front of the camera, in terms of what you're willing to express openly. And I do encourage open expression, but anyway, it's something. It's a personal choice, right?
It's personal choice.
Yeah, I mean, it's like your openness is. I believe in liberties, individual liberties. But anything else?
No, I think I'm gonna remain silent.
All right. So we would like to congratulate.
As projects emerge
Yes.
today, where's the best place to post information in case there's an opportunity for cross-site collaboration on certain topics?
Well, so we actually have a lot of venues.
But where would be the best place to have a central repository of ongoing projects?
Well, if it's a repository, I think it would be GitHub repository. We can do that. There's still, if y'all have a project that y'all would like to add to the brainhack.org webpage, we can submit that there, and then we can provide links and information for people that would be involved. The last time we did this, there was actually quite a few collaborations across sites that were very successful. So we definitely encourage that as well. Any other?
Thanks.
Yeah, yes. Well, I wanted to congratulate everyone for attending, and thank you very much for making this successful. The amount of effort that I put into it is not nearly as much as just y'all coming out. I really appreciate that. Across all the various sites, I appreciate everybody that's come. I would like to send a special shout out to Pierre Bellic, who, of course, is Pierre Bellic, and that is more than enough to be congratulated on. I believe he has now about 9 children. The rule with Magwise is you're not supposed to feed them after dark or expose them to water, and we're learning, with Pierre Bellic. And anyway, Pierre is learning too in that regard. So anything else, please contact me. But thank you all for coming.
Do you want me to stop for?
No.